Honestly, we can't worry about it. I think the biggest thing is we have to focus on ourselves, what we can do. At the end of the day, you know, we know what he does um, when if he were to come back. But at the end of the day, we got to focus on the task at hand and prepare like he hasn't been playing. He hasn't played the past two, so that's how we're going to prepare. And if he's out there, then we're ready for that too. But we can't really, I think that's kind of like everybody else's job to kind of, think about it, the ifs and the whats. But for us, it's like we got to go, we got to do what we can do, what we got to do, and protect home court.
When you watched film of the last game, what kind of stood out that you guys really need to do better?
We can run a little more. I think defensively, I said after last game, we got to just contain the ball. They got a bunch of open threes. I mean, a lot of the stuff is pretty black and white. It's there. I think for us, it's just a matter of doing it. We all hold each other accountable in that regard, and I think we'll be better. From that, I think, the biggest thing is offensively. They made 20, 22, took 47 of them, and 17 were uncontested. We've all seen the stat, and we can do a better job just making them feel us. Every shot we shoot is contested. They do a good job of making kind of allowing us to feel their pressure, so we just got to do the same on that end. And offensively, I can't say Mike Conley's going to have 0 points again. He's been doing this for 28 years. You know what I mean? So we all know Mike's going to be there. We all going to pick things up. JC had a hell of a game. I'm going to shoot a little better. They're things we feel are going to go the right way as long as we continue to do the work and put in the work, which we have been doing. And I think for us it's just a matter of going out there and just doing it. I can't sit here and talk about it. Just go out there and just do it.
When it comes to their three-point shooting, usually you guys are the ones with the three-point advantage. Has it been strange to kind of be on the other side of that?
I wouldn't say strange. I think it's just more when you feel it. I would say, yeah, it's like damn another one. But I think a lot of it's just off of our breakdowns. When you look back at it, it's like, man, okay, this is a lot. This is fixable. This isn't like, something that just can't be fixed. Like I alluded to in the interview, last time I said, last year, I was hurt. There's no what you see is what you're gonna get at that point. There's no fix that Mike had a hurt hamstring. It's only but so much we can do. We're healthy. We know what we can do, and we got to go out there and just do it. It's just a matter of us raising our level, and then got to give them credit. They raised theirs, and we didn't necessarily match that. So we'll go out there and do what we got to do.
You guys knew Brunson was a good player, but was it all startling or shocking?
I can't lie. Everybody's making, trying to, how do I say this? They're trying to act like Jalen having 41 is the craziest thing. That's Jalen Brunson. I know JB. I've known JB for a while. He's a talented player. Obviously Luka's out. That's the storyline. But Jalen Brunson can go. So I want people to kind of put respect on that. Let's not act like he's a bad basketball player. You know what I mean? I think that's one thing. I think he deserves respect in that regard. He's a guy, and at the end of the day, we do a lot of things in this league. There's certain guys can go, and when your star player's out, levels rise. That's just how it necessarily is, and he did a good job of that. And there's things we can do to make it harder on him, make it tougher. He was able to get to his spots, and like I said, when you watch the film, you see we can make things tougher. But Jalen Brunson can go, and I think people need to kind of respect him in a little bit more in that regard because he's a talented player. He's a winner. He went to Villanova. Jay Wright's done a great job with guys at Villanova, but he's a tough basketball player. And I'm not saying it's we're expecting 40 tonight. We're expecting if we're gonna go out there and try and make it tough on him. But having 41 is not oh my God,
right.
It's he can go.
Okay.
He can go. He can go.
So every NBA team has home court advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they play better at home, but for whatever reason, you guys, there's a different level here.
Mm-hmm.
When you compare this to going into other arenas, what is the difference?
It's just loud. I really don't know. It's just loud. Everything is loud. We run out in the tunnel for the warm-ups. It's loud. We do the introductions. It's loud. You make a layup. It's loud. You make a three. It's loud. You go to some arenas, and it's they only get loud last 5 minutes. Big shot, a dunk. Everything is loud. Every possession, everything is a steal. It's loud. Great defense is loud. And I think that's that's the passion and the fire that you get when you come, when you play against our home crowd and against us, and I think we feed off of that. And this will be my 5th time doing it, and I keep telling everybody that's new, like, wait till you see, wait till you see tonight. The home court advantage here is different, as well as the altitude too. But like, it's I don't know if the shape of the arena makes it louder. Like I don't know what it is, but it's the loudest arena I've played in my life, probably in my life that I've played in, especially when it comes to the playoffs. And you can feel it on the drive in. You feel like it's the playoffs, like, and I think it's one of those things that's just you have to see for yourself.
We always see the positives of that when it comes to the home team. Is there ever like a negative thing, like you can't hear each other?
Yeah, there's definitely that. I vividly remember my rookie year in we played OKC. It was the game 3 or game 4 where we had like all those like little skirmishes, like Joe and Paul George, Jay hitting Steven Adams, and at some point in time we made a run, and I'm trying to call the play out, and everybody's just standing there because they don't know what the hell I'm saying. Like, I mean, I think so. There's definitely a downside, but that's where you have to learn, hand signals, understand, like, trusting each other in that type of way, because it's not always going to be like, oh yeah, hey, like, we're running a pick and roll, or hey, they're doing this. You got to be able to know, like, all right, if I touch my head, it's going to be a certain play, like, you know what I mean? So being able to understand that, and that's what comes from preparing, over time, and also obviously playing with each other for a while and understanding that, where to be in what situations.
Okay, we have one on Zoom. We'll go Andy Larson.
That was probably, game 2 was probably the first time I think you were targeted to that degree on defense, just kind of watching the film, and I'm kind of curious what your thought was on that and kind of how you want to take that challenge and moving forward in the series.
I mean, they target everybody. I think for me, just play better defense. Simple as that. I wouldn't say I felt targeted, to be honest. I didn't feel like it was like we're going at Donovan. But if that's what they decided, that's what they decided to do. I'm not running from that. I'm confident in my abilities on defense, and so are my teammates. But I'm not too worried about it. Go out there and just guard and do what I got to do.
Okay, thank you, Donovan.